Shiba Inu FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We've got to address this. Of course, BitBoy Crypto talking about doxing the Shib founder. We've got all kind of stuff coming out on the Shib Discord, some fighting in between the ecosystem right now, but it's nothing we can't handle. We've seen this before. We've seen people try to attack Shiba Inu, especially during the bull run, right? Many people said it would go away. It would go off into a bisque and never be a thing, right? But we're still a top 15 crypto. We've got to stay connected. And I want to talk about some of this that's on screen right here, and also an article that recently came out. Now, this was somebody on Twitter saying, holy shit, serious escalation in official Shib Discord. Shibarium is a ripped chain from Rinia. They forgot to change the idea. Mod tells us about manipulation and silencing. Now, here's the issue. There's a lot of mods and there's a lot of people who used to work for Shib now that have been quote unquote let go by Shytoshi. So what happens? Disgruntled employees, they like to go on attack mode, right? So there's a lot of that happening. It's hard to decipher what's actually going on. If you're just reading something on the internet, you can quickly form your opinion without actually diving into the facts. But that's why you subscribe to this channel, because we're going to break it down for you, okay? So some of the things they're talking about right here, talking about how it's kind of a rip from an old blockchain, right? And there's back and forth. Shytoshi's even in here. Here's Trophius, somebody else who's pretty upset, it looks like right now. So you can read all of this on your own terms and go into the Discord. But I want to get into this article. And this just says they didn't copy the code. Rinia dev responds to Shibarium FUD. So this is actually the dev of Rinia, who, again, this is who they're claiming to have copied the code from, Shiba Inu devs. So let's dive into this. Let's talk about what this looks like. So here it is. They didn't copy the code the developer wrote in a Telegram message in response to inquiries from the Crypto Basic. They used the chain LD. My code would have been open sourced and free, he added. That wouldn't have been a problem if they did. Everything I create or fork is open source and free to use. According to the self-processed Shiba Inu lover, his only gripe is that Shibarium developers used his chain ID, which he explains is a tribute to his late grandmother, who he named the Firechain testnet after. It bears mentioning that tweets from the developer also back this up, as complaints have only been about the chain ID and never the Shibarium developers cloning his code. See the exchange between the Crypto Basic and Rinia developer below. Hello, I'm a crypto news writer for the Crypto Basic. I'm currently writing a piece about the claims that Shibarium devs copied Rinia's code because y'all share the same chain ID. I have a couple of questions. I hope you do not mind answering them. Firstly, when did Rinia adopt the 917 ID? Secondly, is there a public repo of Rinia? Lastly, do you believe that Shib devs copy this code? They didn't copy the code. They used the chain ID. So this is him talking about it. When Rinia was born in 1936, Rinia is my grandmother. She passed away. I used what she gave me to start this and dedicated it to her. They didn't copy my code. I observed that from your tweets. My condolences. They used my chain ID. My code would have been open sourced and free. That wouldn't have been a problem if they did. Everything I create everything I create or fork is open source and free to use, but you can't go and take people's chain ID. So there's a little bit of miscommunication here, right? So this says, for my reporting, then this has become clear. I will add your comments to the report. I would also send you a link to see if there are any other feedback. And they said, that's my only problem. Noted from the statements from Call, it seems they have seen the error and plan to fix it in the next 4 to 5 days. So that is where we're at in terms of this whole issue that surrounded Twitter. And this thing got 1 million views because BitBoy responded to this tweet, quote tweeted it, and said, wait until I dox the founder of Shib. It's coming this week. Heck, maybe tomorrow. So this was yesterday, okay, at 10:57. Now, BitBoys went on and said that he thinks the founder is SBF. I mean, so listen, none of us know this for sure. I'm not going to sit here and, call anybody out or take a strong stance right now. I don't think the founder of Shib is SBF. But we'll see. If BitBoy goes ahead and doxes the founder of Shib, we'll see what happens, right? But I don't know. This is the stance I want to take. I want to just bring you the facts. I don't want to, play one side or the other here, or like just try to get clout and views. I'm just trying to bring you up to speed on the information we have, the actual real data. And this is what we have right now. Okay. As more information comes out, I will bring it to you. So you want to make sure you're subscribed right here to the channel. Shib Army, appreciate you guys as always. We'll see you in the next video.